What's up? What's up? What's up? That is MOW Brothers right here once again. My name is Jerry and this is my twin brother,
Jeffrey, and together, we like to be called the MLW Brothers.
Indeed, it is such a joy every now and then to come on your screens. We are here once again to bring you nothing but the juicy and interesting stuff that will help you in your general relationship one way or the other.
Yeah, precisely. Anytime you see us in your screen, that means you are coming to equip your relationship, right?
Gentlemen in your 20s, listen to this video very clearly because these first points that we will be laying down will let you know why you should stay away from ladies in their 20s. Not that you should completely ignore them, but really it will do you a lot of good staying away from them. Jeffrey, let's hit the first point and let's get going. Boom, boom, boom.
Our first point is the 20s of women is their harvesting period.
That is right. Ladies in their 20s are in the harvesting period. Let me let you know this statistic. I found out that women start feeling old at the age of 29 years. Wow, which means that from 18 up to 29 is where that they feel really good. Someone said they start feeling old when they see wrinkles on their face. Some lady also say they start feeling old when they see gray hair. It could be anything to you, but on average, ladies start feeling old at the age of 29. Now, if you're a lady here, you shouldn't feel old. Now, it depends on how you look at yourself. There are ladies in their 40s and 50s who still look like ladies in their 30s. So it depends on you. You should take good care of yourself. Go to the gym, hit the gym, and let's go again. But with that out of the way, you should know that these ladies are in their harvesting stage. And so, gentlemen, if you are here, you should know that you shouldn't really invest most of your energies in these ladies because they are attracting the good men with financial.
Yeah. I like how you ended that, saying that you should really invest your time in the ladies in their 20s because you really can't meet the pressure and their demand. Why? Because they are in their harvesting stage, and you by then in your 20s, obviously you just graduated from university or something like that, and there's not much to you. There's not much in terms of finance. There's not much in terms of emotional maturity and all of that. There is not much, and so what you should be paying attention to is something completely opposite. Because in this time, you are now sowing your seeds. Women, they are now harvesting. I have no idea when they started sowing these seeds, but I think it's something God just gave to them. And so from 15, 16, 17, 18, now they appear, you know what I mean? They appear so ripe, glorious, so much that they are in their, their harvesting period. And so they attract men who are also in their harvesting period. And who are those? They are probably the men that spend their time in their 20s investing their time and energy. And so now in probably their 40s and 50s and 60s, they are now in the harvesting period.
Stay away from these young girls. They will spend your money, they will eat your money, and they will leave you alone. Because right now you're in a competition with these big men. How can you compete with a young man in a SUV, in a Benz? You can't compete with them. So just stay in your comfort zone and try invest in yourself. Let's give them a few advice. How can they invest in themselves and what do they start looking at?
I think that's huge, right? But I think there's a few friendly tips we can give is to have something in mind to achieve. As an individual, you generally have to feel like you are in this world to play a huge part. You shouldn't just feel that you are here to just, be around and do nothing, just have a couple of Ghana cities and just spend and leave. Have it in you. You have that feeling that you are here to contribute and that in your absence, the world will not be the same. I like to believe that. Jerry also likes to believe that. And that's why we have this kind of, zeal. So you need to have that. I think that's the first way to start.
Wow, this advice is not only for the guys. Please, ladies, even if you are in your 20s or you are in your peak, whatever, stick to this advice and also try to be the best that you can be. Try to achieve anything great for yourself because you too, you can do something, okay?
And the second point is women in their 20s are nothing but distraction to men in their 20s. Nothing but distraction, right? And I think I should start by saying this. If you are a guy in your 20s and you've never been called stingy one way or the other, or a couple of times by a lady, then the probability that you are spending way too much and spending all your seeds you are supposed to be sowing in your future is probably really high, and it's not looking good for you. I think once in a while you need to be called stingy because you have to save the little you have in able to invest in your future. If you are to think about this carefully, women in their 20s are set up in a way to consume. And I think it's not their fault, it's the system. They are not really thinking about their future because that they are in their harvesting period. So if you are a guy and what you are doing is trying to feed all you have in your 20s to these ladies in their 20s, they are not only distracting you, they are completely killing your future.
I don't think that this advice is really out of the world and it cannot be stressed enough because you already know the expectations of men in general. You know that if you don't become somebody in future, everybody will stretch your hand and say, this man, it's an expectation that you have to build a house one day, you have to take care of your family one day. And so, listen, there's no better time to be able to invest in your future than now because right now that you are in the youth, the Bible says, whatever in your youth. I've forgotten. But do something in your youth. So please don't let these ladies distract you because they can be a very good distraction. Listen, one day we were talking with our friends and we said, if you can tell a girl who is asking you for 200 cedis that I won't give it to you. It's not I don't have it. I won't give it to you. It takes a whole lot of discipline. Now you have to have a good financial discipline to be able to say that. If you don't know what you want for yourself in the future, of course, you won't be able to say that you think 200 cities is no money or 100 cities is no money. But really have this foresight to build a future that you want. One thing you also know that most ladies lack the investment mindset at this time. And it really hurts me that these ladies think that whatever they have, they should spend. Just a couple handful of ladies think about the future that, oh, okay, I'll be getting married soon and I want to have this particular amount in my bank account so that I can support my family. Just a handful. Even the expense of the wedding and everything is expected of the man to do, especially from the ladies. Statistically, 70%, in fact, 80% of divorce is from financial stress. And so you shouldn't go into marriage expecting blessings from God. Prepare financially, then get going, help your partners. Right?
Yeah, that is a really beautiful point, and this is a takeaway for both guys and women, regardless of the age you are, right? There's no stage in life where you get money, you will not be valued, right? And I think that is something people do not get. They're always comparing themselves to people who have at the time where they don't have. Right? Imagine we are in 2025, right? And the latest phone right now is say the iPhone 16. Right now, I may not have the iPhone 16, but if there ever came a time where probably in 2035, I'm able to now afford the iPhone 30, whatever, by then, would you think people will remember the fact that I didn't have iPhone 17 right now?
Wow.
I think most people will forget that, right? Wow. Everyone is always concerned about the present. Wow. And so that is what we mean by investing your time and energy into the future, where now you will be able to accumulate much. Then, if you're someone who will now want to be interested in your women in their 20s, I think it will be way easier then. Don't you agree?
Completely agree.
I think maybe the last point would be that generally women in their 20s really do not really care and value men in their 20s. All you have to give is your time and availability because that's all you probably have. And the most painful thing is women probably in their 20s don't really value time. The funny thing is, this week I asked a lady, my time and my money, which one do you value? And I'm sure you guess. I'm sure you can guess the answer she chose.
You don't have to be a prophet.
You don't have to be a prophet to be able to see this answer, right? She chose the money, of course.
Unless you are the son of Dangote or you are the grandson of Elon Musk, then you know that you really have nothing to offer than your time. And so they say time is money, but ladies really, they don't see time as money at all. So guys, do what you really think about the future that you want. If you and your partner are thinking of getting married, check the amount of money you have because it's going to be really necessary. Check your income flow. It's going to be very paramount. Like I said, 70%, 80% of divorce come up because of financial stress. And so you really need money.
Yeah. So that is pretty much that. Really do not let ladies in their 20s stress you.
This is not to say that every lady is like this. I mean, it's just a general thought that ladies these days are being because they are young and they are pretty and sexy. And so, as much as possible, try not to be a lady like that. We will see you in the next video soon.
And we hope you enjoy the next one that will come in your way. Bye-bye.
See you in the next one.